Hi, Ben Kingsley here, and I hope you've had a great Christmas and a fabulous new year, but now we've got to pay for that joy, don't we? Now, if we put too much of that on our credit card, then ultimately we might have to be paying off that credit card. Did you know in Australia that the credit card debt sits at around $33 billion? So we do have a problem with basically paying with other people's money for those short-term needs that we have. So if we've overspent over Christmas and the new year, this video is about teaching us what to do next to get on top of that. So the first thing we need to do is understand our ins and outs. Okay, so the money that we've got coming in, obviously our wages, maybe even potentially some investment returns, we need to factor those in. And then we've got the outgoings, okay? They're our expenditure. And we have essential expenditure items, but we also have discretionary expenditure items. So I'm going to put the asset on you to make sure that when you're looking at those discretionary, those lifestyle expenditures, what can go? Now, the critical things that don't go, obviously shelter, in terms of food and in terms of clothing and general well-being. Those things should remain. It's the discretionary items, that stuff, that living and lifestyle piece that we've got to focus in on and see whether we can shave those back. Because the fundamental thing here is we need to pay off that debt. Now, that one credit card may not be the only debt that we've got, but it's usually the most expensive. Now, you can potentially roll it over to an interest-free credit card period to be able to minimise that or giving us a bigger runway to be able to pay off that debt. But let's say, assuming we don't have that, and we're now starting to get caught with the very, very high interest rates that are applicable with traditional credit cards. Well, they are usually the best debts to pay off first. So we focus in on paying off the highest debt first. Now, you might see a lot of people talk about saying, paying off the smaller amounts so you get those incremental wins. I don't agree with that. I only agree with the idea of why would I be holding on to a debt that's costing me more in terms of interest rate? So we focus on the highest interest rate and we'll pay that one off first. If we've got small debts over here and there's not much interest that are being accrued, why would we worry about those just so we feel better? It's not what we're about. We're about nailing those higher cost debts and then paying them down. Now, to help you with this process, I'm going to give you a special opportunity. If you're an existing client of Empower Wealth, you know all about this. We've got a client portal which has great tips around money management and how you set all that up. But if you're new to us, or if you're watching this video for the first time, there's a link attached to this video. And that is going to take you straight to the client portal. Now, inside that, you'll have assets, liabilities, expenditure, income story. Now, complete all that information, and when you hit submit, you're going to see a dashboard of your financial story. Now, inside that dashboard, we're going to have the columns of the income coming in and also the expenditure. We keep it simple: bills, and then spending, and then there's a surplus. So it's that surplus that we've got to be focused in on making those repayments. Now, when we start making those repayments and we make that a habit, it changes everything. Because the reality is, once we've paid that debt down, if we can continue to maintain that habit, well, we've got all this surplus cash. And when we've got the surplus cash, it's all about investing that money, putting that money to work. So ultimately, we don't borrow other people's money or use our credit cards to get the things we want. We actually make our money make money for us, and then we're able to buy those things down the track. So it's really important. So we're giving you free access to this client portal because we're passionate about helping Australians better manage their money. So simply click on the link and that will take you in, and there'll be steps to follow to do that. Now, it'll also talk about a possible appointment. Now, disregard that. We know when you're coming in that you don't necessarily want an appointment with us. All you want to do is get your money in order and your financial circumstances in order. So that's what it'll do. So don't worry about anything where it says, book your appointment with us. Just follow the steps, fill out the information, and that's your exclusive private area where you can get to, understand your money circumstances and better manage your money. Because ultimately, we want to get that level of credit card debt down across Australia. That's just money for the shareholders who own the banks. We want to get away from that, put it back in our pockets, and we want to be more sensible about how we spend our money in the future. Thanks for watching.